Alright, y'all, I'm around with Amariyah Luscious Lawn Care. I'm gonna share a tip right here with you. You're cutting your African irises, you use your side cutter. That's what most people are doing. You want to definitely use a sharp one. So most people, they like to just trim them up, but now you gotta cut an African iris at the root, the base, I mean. So you can see a hand going back and forth. You gotta get at the base. And even with these, see all these jagged edges, it's not gonna grow back. So you definitely wanna have your shears chopping at the top because it won't grow back. You just gotta cut all the way around. So you just cutting around. Yeah, it'll take a lot of work though. But then the wife, what she did was she just gave a tip because I was using my reciprocal saw to do something else. She said, babe, let's use this. I said, all right. So that's a new thing we're using now, y'all. A reciprocal saw. And mind you, this is not a brand new blade. I'm using a blade for cutting wood, so it's thicker, it's thick teeth. So this is what I'm doing now. Just going in the road. That saves out of back and forth action. And I'm cutting more too. All the roots. Look at that, shave that on off, see? Getting all that out the way.
How long would it have taken you to do it with the other one?
Oh, easily. This would have been like 2 minutes right here probably, and then you're doing all the back and forth. So now 2020, you want to work smarter, not harder, right? So you're doing this angle, you can come from this way.
How the tools work for you?
The tools work for you. See, all this is jagged edge, you know what I mean? Like the artist, but just hold it, get all that cleaned up that quick. Now, if I want to, I can go back and just a little fine, little bitty stuff now. See? That's how you do African iris. Little touch-up detail, the dead stuff off. I'm not gonna use a reciprocal saw for that. Little piece. Like that. This one right here. Oh, that see that? That's the new way we're doing African irises now. I will not be using the saw cutter no more to do all that back and forth action. I will just use the saw cutter to trim up the little details. But other than that, that's it. Little tip from Amariyah, illustrious, I don't care. Courtesy of my wife. Because it wasn't me who came up with the idea, so I can't take credit for that. And just rake it up so you can clearly see.
When you have a lot of these for a cleanup job, you want to work smart. Look at this. How are you going to be using that little saw, the hand saw, to clean up all this? You'll be there all day long. A lot of manual labor. The saw cleans it right up in a minute.
Yep, take care of that.
In a minute.
Man, that was... Thanks, love, for that. Man, that was... Woo.
See, when you got to do some cleanups like this, you got to use that saw.
So imagine if I get a brand new
blade.
Brand new, so I can imagine how it's gonna work with that.
Yeah. Look at this. Going back and forth like this.
You going back and forth, back and forth. Now you let this go back and forth.
Now how long that's gonna take you back and forth right
here? You let this go back and forth. Hit the button.
Let that go back and forth. See that? All you gotta do is hold it in place.
That's it.
Try this one out, babe. Let's go. This is a mess.
So this is African iris and African lilies put together.
Look at that. Probably going to take them about a minute to define one of them versus going back and forth. Look at that. Look at that. You know how hard I was working to try to clean this up?
He was like, babe, we got to do like 10 of them? Oh, no. We got to do something better than that.
After the first one, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be working with this little saw to trim this up. And I am so glad I got stuck on a branch from the palm tree or from a tree or a shrub they used to have hiding in one of these. And he pulled that saw out. I was like, oh, nah, bruh. We have to use this. We have to use this. It's too hot. Look at that. Look at that. It's like butter.
It's like butter, baby.
It's just like butter. I hope you guys use this method. I really do.
I ain't charging nobody for this knowledge.
Hope you do, because this is huge. See, most landscapers, they just trim the top because they ain't trying to get down to that. They ain't trying to get down to that root, so they just trim off the top, forget that, and it just builds up at the bottom.
It ain't gonna look good,
It just looks horrible.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to do that. See that? That looks clean right there.
Easy money.
That's Amariyah's is lustrous lawn care right there.
Look at that.
That's some good trimming. See, they leave all that behind.
They just chop it like this, and then you got these points on coming back. For example, if I cut it like this, see my shear. People who don't know, you cut that. No, here we go.
They go over there. That's a good example of how they right there.
Yeah. So you cut it. Look.
I see.
So you cut that. Tip not coming back. See, that tip is not coming back. That's why you cut African irises at the base. You prune it at the base. You push it back in with your cuttings. You don't just chop it like this, because then all that stuff is not coming back. Then you got low stuff like this, and you got all these pokey stuff coming up. It don't look right. So
right.
That's that tip right there. Amariyah Lustrous Lawn Care, just sharing some knowledge, just passing along. Hope you can use that information, y'all. Once again, this is a DeWalt brushless motor reciprocal saw. And that's what I'm using, y'all. Check it out. We're in the city of, this is the city of Carson where we are. This is a new commercial property doing a cleanup job. So we just added this to our account. So all praises to the Most High Yahweh. And just want to say we are here to service commercial, HOA, and residential. We do apartments, all that type of stuff. So tune in, y'all. We're based out the city of Long Beach, California.